Hello? Am I on? Welcome back. Welcome back to the world's most illegal Dark Souls run. They haven't been able to shut me down yet. From Software, still out there, trying to find me. Good luck. You won't. Cool. Oh, I think I was probably supposed to go up there. Yeah. Oh. Hang on. Jordan?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay. You can hear me now?
Yep. Just give me one moment to check all the audio stuff, make sure the stream can hear you and everything. Stream,
Okay.
please, chat, let me know if you can hear Jordan.
I'm mostly here to tell you to go to bed.
Aww. Why?
For your own good. I'm staying. I'm gonna hang out, but also go to bed. Also, you should go to bed. Made it to Blighttown, I see.
Yeah. You gotta go through Blighttown in the middle of the night. Whoa, I didn't realize this positional audio, this extreme positional audio happening here.
It is. Are you pro or anti Blighttown?
Pro. Strongly pro.
Yeah, I also enjoy Blighttown quite a bit.
Yeah. Oh wait, hang on. I didn't see if the chat could hear you. How long are you gonna hang out? Like,
They haven't said anything. I'll be here. Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay.
I mean, probably not for like, not until like 2 or 3 in the morning or something. But
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, obvious S tier cereal. We didn't. It doesn't need to be mentioned, but
yeah,
so
it's very
mentioned
good.
it is.
Amongst the cinnamon cereals, it is king.
I went to the supermarket, and I got Golden Grams
Yeah.
and Peanut Butter Crunch. I bought 'em. Those were the two. Because I'm a gremlin and I will eat the sugariest cereals.
You deserve the sugariest.
Not Frosted
cereals.
Flakes with marshmallows. What? What?
Hi, welcome to Run Button. Hey, it's Snooze Button today. Hey, welcome to Snooze Button. So morning Run Button talk show. And we do every Tuesday morning, which is what this is. This is Tuesday morning.
It is.
My name is Keith Carberry. With me as always is Kylie Theodora and special
Hi.
guest Jordan Mallory.
Hello.
Wow. So how is everyone?
Well, I was about to go to bed.
I don't know about that.
I'm great. Oh no!
Oh, Mildred is
Oh,
here.
eat it. You. Yes. Fuck you. Yes.
How are you? It's been a
Ah.
I'm pretty good. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you
good.
Okay?
Yeah,
Right?
I just was awake and I saw that Run Button was streaming and I was like, that can't be right. It was, turns out.
Oh, I assure
It
you,
says-
it can be right.
It says started streaming 5 hours ago.
Well, you see,
Wow.
Keith, I'm committed to streaming this whole run of Dark Souls, and
Now? In a row?
no,
Yeah,
just
right now.
in general.
So
but I
this is
just
sort of-
really want to play Dark Souls all the time.
Is this your second time today streaming?
It is because Kylie was also streaming until like 4 in the morning last night.
Well, no, because I mean,
It's-
because she texted me at 3 saying, Keith, will you stream with me?
No, I
3
didn't. I
PM or
didn't
3 AM?
stream until much later.
Okay. And I didn't get it that until.
But yeah, there definitely. I think yesterday or maybe the day before, I streamed 2 different times. Or there was a time when I streamed and I was like, I'm tired. I couldn't possibly stream anymore. Goodbye. And then I like went to Taco Bell and drove back and was like, I'm ready to go. And then like streamed for even longer than before.
Yeah. Hey, it happens.
You got potatoes back at Taco Bell.
Really, what's happening is that I told Kylie a couple weeks ago I'm gonna try to do more streaming starting in June, and then Kylie secretly said I'm going to start streaming a lot more right before that.
Oh well,
Ellie's warming him up. You
gotta
get the crowd going first.
It's just because I wanted to stream me playing all of the Souls games, and I want to play the Souls games, so now I can't play them without streaming them, so I have to stream them. So I am.
Kylie is trapped in a prison.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Is that hair? Is that hair coming out of a giant scalp?
What?
It's evocative of that, huh?
Fuck. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm watching the YouTube because you're not sharing the game.
Yeah, it was because Jordan also crashed the stream. I was just doing a solo stream and then I got a call from Jordan.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
because Kylie had been
I griefed.
saying
I
that,
gave Jordan
that we should
grief
stream
about it.
soon.
Because
I'm extremely busy nowadays and don't really get to hang out with people anymore.
Wow, that's a really sad story, Jordan.
Speaking of Keith, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I was actually just thinking about Myst. I don't remember why.
Yeah.
I just saw like a random. I saw a screen. I was watching a video about how games used to look different and that
They used to look sick.
they used to look sick. No, well, it was sort of saying like people should get over
Totally.
that old games look weird and just have fun. That's how old games look.
Oh yes. The same person.
It was something like that, and there was a screenshot from a Myst that we haven't played yet, and I was like, damn, we should play Myst, which is not
Yeah, we totally should.
my
play
usual
this.
thought day to day.
The same person who invaded me before is now helping me.
Wow.
This is your reward for
Yes!
testing Maneater
I
Mildred.
like that little emote. I know I'm
Right
really
here.
far behind, but your character just was like, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Now we're doing one of the sickest looking boxes in the game, but is also pretty hard.
Keith, have you not seen this game?
No, I have actually. I have now seen
I mean, of
more Dark Souls
it's
2.
Just, it's just a sexy.
Oh, this is Dark Souls
lady.
1. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought this was Dark Souls 2 for some reason. I don't know why.
Wow.
It looks old.
Try to go a little slower with the camera, guys. Wow. Oh, okay. Didn't need to finish that pan, I guess.
Nope.
Ooh.
Oh, you don't even see the top of the face.
Yeah. Just like, we're good. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Got what we need. Thanks.
Just being honest.
Kylie,
Anyway, I'm good. Jordan, how are you? What have you been up to?
Working.
Working.
It's good and fulfilling work. There's just a lot of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Podcast editing.
Is
at
that
Fanbyte.
that person's not helping me. Oh, fuck them.
Mildred's trapped over there.
Oh,
No, they're doing it on
Mildred.
purpose. They're being an asshole.
Oh my God, Mildred. Mildred is raid camping. She took up one of your spots and is just not helping now.
Oh my god, that's really funny.
Oh, here she comes. Okay. Kylie, your strat here is
Oh, she's still not helping.
Okay.
Okay.
That exact spot.
Whoa.
To the right of the mouth is the safest place in this fight, except for when she does that AOE explosion thing. Keith, yeah, I've been good.
Okay, this is the wrong weapon to use. Switching
Slice.
to this one. Oh gosh.
You should use your talisman. That will help.
What a fucking loser. Like, wanted to help somebody beat the boss, but not if it's the person that I just invaded who killed me. Weh. Like, grow the fuck up. Oh my god.
Yeah, playing
Like,
Dark Souls 1
so-
in
like-
2021, still getting their feelings hurt over it.
Like, sorry
Okay,
to
there's
get
something.
sorry to get invaded by you.
Well, no, this is an NPC.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Maneater Mildred always
Oh.
invades you after you, if you're a human and after you've kindled that bonfire.
Oh, I didn't know that. So it's just it's just an idiot.
I thought
Sorry.
I thought this was
No.
a bit.
I thought that was a
Oh, so
real
this
person.
is no, because I have no clue about Dark Souls 1 at all.
Yeah, no, this is an
Me
NPC.
neither. Me neither.
Yeah, Kylie also does it. This is actually a blind LP. So this is just a bad. This is just a bad like AI.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, the AI is just not
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
So how
sorry.
come? How is it that? Wait. So this is an NPC that you always get invaded by after a thing or whatever. But
How
then
did
why
you not
did
take
you
any
summon
damage?
her?
I don't know.
Because it's better than
Because I'm awesome
not
at this
having her
game.
there.
I fucking rip.
The thing about NPC summons is that the boss gets more health for however many extra NPCs or extra people you have in the fight. So like Mildred is drawing a lot of the attention from Quelaag, but Kylie has to do twice as much damage now.
What?
Twice as much. That's a lot.
Oh, okay.
it
I
might
was
not be-
wondering. I was wondering
it might
why I
not
was
be
taking
exactly
so much
twice.
damage.
It might not be exactly twice, but she definitely has more HP.
Jesus.
If you've got a summon.
Yeah, because the spider knows how to put lava down onto the floor, but Mildred doesn't know how to not step in it. Literally.
Yeah, and that's a real crucial part of this
Yeah,
strategy.
don't step in the lava, Mildred, and then she's on fire saying, "What? What did you say?"
Sorry, I can't hear you over all the fire.
Yeah, I'm burning.
I didn't bring any Estus because I'm a computer.
Oh no.
Heath, we had Commander Shepard on our podcast last week.
Oh wow! Well, he told me that this was his favorite podcast.
We got her to say it. We
that-
got her to say the line, and we used it
Oh,
in the promo
Yeah.
for the episode. It was cute. She was real nice.
That's nice. Yeah,
Wow, that was
you've
close,
reminded me.
Kylie.
You've reminded me about a fun discrepancy between my Mass Effect playthrough and the entire rest of the world, since I think I may have been the only person to use male shepherd.
No.
Oh, I know a few male Shepard players.
Okay.
Me.
That's shocking.
I also
to me.
did. Yeah.
Because you never did that. ever.
I did. I was female shepherd the first time through, but I didn't really care for it. And so the
Yeah.
second time, I just tried doing male shepherd. And I don't know if that's why I liked it more, if I just happened to, but I did, and then I just stuck with that.
Yeah, I thought that the character creator was really bad in Mass Effect.
It was
1.
atrocious. Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
it was
I just
impossible to make a
used
good-looking
the
character.
stock
Oh.
character, and there was no stock femshep.
I ran into. There
Oh, you
was
ran into
actually.
lava?
No, it was just like character creator default.
The difference.
no-
The difference was
Get me
that
wrong.
like there was, because I remembered that if you changed one detail, it would pop down from the pre-gen one to a character creator one, and it was like a noticeably terrible like change in quality.
Oh, okay.
But the difference with it, the male one was like a face scan of a real person, and the female one wasn't.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. And I think they
Yeah.
maybe changed that for Mass Effect 2, but I already had a
3.
Shepard, and also, I always thought that her hair was weird. Sorry, femshep
They-
model hair.
They
thought
they
your hair was weird.
changed. Yeah, they changed the look of the female shepherd in the third one, and here's the thing: I never heard anyone express negativity about that. And I just feel like it's because people are afraid to be negative about FemShep.
I'm not afraid.
I mean, I didn't think the character looked bad, but I was surprised that people weren't like, I stuck with this character for 3 games and they changed it for the 3rd one.
Which one is the one where they gave her like red hair?
That was
It
all
was
the marketing of the 3rd game.
She always had red hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were definitely people around the launch of Mass Effect 3 that were like, hey, I don't like the changes to how these characters look. Because it was like, even compared to the first game, by the time you got to Mass Effect 3, like Liara's had like an absolute dump truck ass as compared to like the shapely but more reserved ass of the first game.
I do like that. That's maybe characterization. We don't know. Sometimes,
yeah, maybe Liara's been doing squats. Over the course
I don't
of the
know
series.
enough about the what is that species called again? I can't.
The Asari.
The Asari. Maybe there's something about the Asari from a lore book somewhere where that ass getting so big is something about them.
Yeah, there's well, the Asari go through several stages of life, right? You've got the maiden Asari,
Yeah,
the matron Asari.
You got the
There's a
dump
kind
truck
of Asari.
Asari.
There's the kind of Asari where instead
there's
of being
the
a
apple
normal,
bottom jeans Asari.
well, they get black eyes, and when they lure you into sex and then kill you, and they're so bad that they do that. And then there's this other kind of offshoot Asari where over time you can see that their ass is getting bigger and bigger. And that's a different kind of Asari.
Well, Liara is like a purebred Asari, which is a negative marker upon her, and she is discriminated for it. And part of that is that she gets a dump truck ass.
Is that that's part of the thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that real?
Is that
I totally
her being a pure blood
well,
Asari,
there because
that
Asari can have children with any species that they want.
right? Because they have brain sex. It's not.
They have brain sex.
Yeah.
And so is that is that part of it? That if you
It
have
is,
brain
yeah.
sex with another Asari, they think that that's kind of shitty?
Because
it's a
like
waste because you're not adding anything to the culture or the genetic material of the species.
Yeah, you're right. That does sound disgusting.
yeah, I'm grossed out by that.
Sci-fi is so fucking weird. People are always doing weird shit with sci-fi.
It's true. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't get away with this with normal shit. I gotta put all my weird shit over here where the nerds are not looking so close. People are upset, though, that the Legendary Edition has different camera angles for a lot of the conversations with Miranda. Who also has a deep truck ass.
As somebody who recently watched a playthrough of Mass Effect 2, I'm not upset about that, because what I was upset about was the original camera angles.
Yeah, because it's like her telling you about her abusive father and like all the trauma that her and her family have had to go through, and trying to find her estranged sister and all this stuff. And it's
Yeah, and I'm supposed to just sit through that and not look at a butt? I think what they should have done is they should have added an equal amount of Shepard ass shots to the game. Because it's not about... Look,
I'm here for you, Miranda.
It's not the 15th century anymore. I'm not a Puritan. I'm not saying that the ass is the problem. It's that it's only one kind of ass, and we all know that it's big female asses.
Yeah, Krogan ass.
Krogan, and so where's the Krogan? Is what I'm saying.
Where's the
Where's
Krogan ass?
the
We
tall
expect-
bug man? Where's that blob that has a tentacle? Where's that ass in my game, please? They made who they have an action hero of.
What are those guys called? They're
talk
like a
the
hive mind or
same-
something.
They talk the same way as the Kotor. They talk like HK-47 does.
Keith.
They go interjection, but they're not. It's not the same attitude, but it's the same thing. They go.
Wait, are you
like,
talking about the Elcor?
Elcor? That's what it is. Yeah.
Core.
Oh,
Keith.
because they
Oh.
they're the species that has no
No
vocal
bones.
inflection. and like
and bones.
They all don't have
Well, no, the Elcor are the big like
That's
elephant.
the second thing about them.
The Elcor are the big elephant quadruped guys, and then there are the Hanar.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's
Are-
the Hanar. That's
The
what I'm talking
Hanar
about.
are the like jelly squids.
Sorry, yes, it's the Hanar. Do they both do it? They both do like
The Hanar are the one that are like a hive mind, and it'll say like, this one is glad that you are here, you know.
right. Okay,
Whereas,
they say
whereas
this
the
one,
Elcor
right.
are the ones
Yeah.
that have that their culture and language has no concept of inflection.
Right.
or,
Yeah, I
like-
was mixing up the Hanar and the Elcor. You're right.
Yeah, I get them mixed up too. And the Elcor have no concept of inflection or like emotional expression through language.
and I
so,
might be-
in order to avoid confusion on the Citadel, after much trial and error, they begin every sentence. But they preface every sentence by saying what emotion they're feeling while they say it.
Oh, I think they said like they communicate it via smell or something, but since humans can't smell it right,
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I have to
now
tell you.
I'm remembering something else, which is that in the KOTOR games, there's this alien called the Power Dog. Yeah, I think it's Power Dog. Yeah,
Wait.
it's spelled Paaeerduag. Power.
Wait,
Dog.
what are you talking about?
And it's got two heads. It has like a little guy alien head coming out of this big guy alien head.
Is it a dog?
No, it doesn't look like a dog at all. And I'm
What are
pretty
you
sure that
talking
they
about?
talk like how the Hanar talk.
Oh,
because they
really?
have two heads.
Right.
So they go this one. So they just took two things that they did from KOTOR and just
Split it
came
into
up
two
with
guys.
different reasons to do it and put them
That's-
in Mass Effect.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen or heard of the musical Fiddler on the Roof?
I mean-
I've heard of it. I have not seen it. I know
Yeah.
a song or two from it.
Right.
Okay. There is a character in that. God, what is his first name? Hold on. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, no. This is okay. So I always think that this is this guy's last name, but it's his first and last name. There's a character in Fiddler on the Roof named Laser Wolf. Which
It's a great name.
Lazar space WOLFE.
Is it
And
now,
he's a
Jordan?
butcher.
Is it maybe Lazar Wolf?
No, it's Laser Wolf. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof like maybe a dozen times at this point in my life.
Okay, because you're a big fan of Laser Wolf.
Yeah, because I run a Laser Wolf Tumblr account. I manage his Wikipedia page. No, Fiddler, and if for people who aren't familiar, Fiddler on the Roof is about a Jewish settlement in Imperial Russia in 1905, that kind of general time frame. But it's definitely pronounced Laser Wolf, and I remember always being like disappointed as a kid when I being at or near the theater and hearing someone say Laser Wolf and then it not being what you think it is.
So this is the fun fact about the Power Dogs. They have two mouths, and they get annoyed when you ask them their name because it requires two mouths and four ears to speak it and hear it. That's the part that I remembered about them. But I just love Wikipedia so much because you get all this stuff about like just like random stuff that they have to include because it's a video game. Like all the video game entries are so weird. So they've got one of them is a merchant named Vulgar. This Vulgar name is McTunin Juice Orgu, right? And it says here, they set up a kiosk in Zerka Corporation's docking bay, plying their wares to travelers. Somehow this merchant had come into the possession of the legendary Ichani General Usani's brand after his death. And it's like, well, just because they just needed someone to sell legendary Ichani General Usani's brand.
Right. And it was this two-headed dog.
It was this two-headed power dog.
Yeah.
the Aquabats have a song.
I saw
Cat
Power Dog open for Tesla once. It was sick.
Wow.
They really rocked it.
Power.
The thing about needing 4
Power
years to hear it
Dog.
is stupid.
No, Keith,
What's
it's
that?
pronounced Pardon.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
The thing about needing 4 years to hear the name properly is dumb. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It makes perfect sense.
The
Think
two-
of it as a reverse
no,
speaker.
the-
It's different sets of ears that can naturally attune to different frequencies.
So,
same way-
so the two, but there are two mouths, right? So
Right,
one
but
mouth
they're
is
different
making-
mouths, right? So so one mouth imagine if you had like a bat speaking in echolocation and a whale going at the same time, and you would need
Oh, so you need a set of bat ears and a set of whale ears.
whale ears to
Okay.
hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I just had one good microphone?
Well, if the frequency range is good enough, then I guess you could use two mouths to speak it into the microphone, but then you would still need 4 ears to hear it later. So all the microphone could do is help you
Record it.
delay
Yeah.
the speaker from the hearer.
No, because you can hear like whale sounds and stuff.
Like, they have to change the frequencies, though.
Do they?
Yeah, that's the power dog.
This doesn't look like a dog at all.
I know. I said that already. I
I
warned you.
feel
And they're also facing opposite directions, which
totally
seems really.
unequipped for this.
You
just-
died.
You need more DPS, honey.
Do you get to
do.
see? Do you get to see that extremely honest shot every time?
No,
No.
just the first time. Also, your pyromancy isn't going to do shit against her. She invented it.
I know. I just
She
wanted to
invented
check.
pyromancy.
That makes sense.
You should use a better.
It's not. It's
sword.
not like a fig. It's not a figure of speech. She literally invented pyromancy.
She wrote the book on it. The
Do
tome.
you think she wrote it?
I don't think she wrote it.
Well, she did before she was half spider.
If I
you
was
can-
famous
you
from
can-
inventing
listen, I
pyromancy,
don't care.
I wouldn't become half spider.
Well, it's the
I don't
that's the
care who
classic
she
folly,
is.
right,
I don't
Keith?
care where she's from.
Wow, that's cool.
I mean, you could leave Blighttown. You don't have to kill her first. You could just leave and go.
I like
farm.
your boar head. That's pretty cool, huh?
Wait. What about? Yeah, my boar head is super cool. This is there's only one of these enemies in the game, and when you kill him, they have a chance to drop this thing. And if it drops, it's the only time it can drop. And I got it.
Wow,
It's a
you
blessed.
got it.
It's a blessed run because we have the helmet. Keith, did you think
Yeah.
about this though? Did you think about this? We could just do snooze button now for the next 2 hours and record it, and then we're done. And we
Yeah,
don't have
I
to
thought
get
about
up.
that when I joined. I had the music going. Remember?
Yeah.
I guess we already have been doing snooze button for like 24 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. Hey, where's the bell? I do have to beat her to get the bell, though, right?
That's the thing. Well, you have to beat her to ring the bell of the second bell of awakening, and that opens the door to Sense Fortress. But you can go, if you wanted to, you could go to the catacombs. You could go to the Great Hollow. You could go to the
What
you-
hollow?
the Great Hollow.
The Great
which is-
Hollow?
Yeah, it's the big tree trunk that's in the swamp here.
What?
There's a big tree trunk in the swamp here
Jordan.
that takes you to a zone called the Great Hollow.
Jordan, I've played this game 700 times. You can't fool me. Don't make up things. What are you talking
You're
about?
right. You're right. I'm making this up wholesale. Silly me. thinking that I
Wholesale. I'll buy.
could- all right. Give me your
I
wholesale.
have some jumbo tiki. I would buy
Yeah,
that.
This is cool. I like this. This is like the zipper at the fair.
Wee.
Keith, if you had two heads, would you rather them be opposing directions like this, or would you like?
No, I'd
would you
rather
want
them be
parallel?
opposing factions.
I would want them to be
Combative head.
facing each other so they could kiss.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to be an incest species.
It's not incest if it's yourself, right?
It's self-cest, so it's just an offshoot.
It's a different Damboru tag.
You
It's a joke
did
for the
one. You're
perverts out
one
there.
past me.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Jordan wins. Jordan knows one weird thing past where I know. The only way to get clout anymore is to know the weirdest thing in a row.
My clout scores through the fucking roof because of my extreme perversions.
Purple moss clump. That sounds useful.
Delicious.
Oh, these motherfuckers.
I don't think that guy's dead.
I gotta say, this this game looks bad.
What?
No, this game's great. You're just
I
seeing
mean,
like
it's
the worst part
probably
of it.
true, but it really looks bad to look
You're
at.
seeing like one of the least interesting.
It doesn't look bad. It looks great. I love the way it looks.
No, it's got a bad look. But I think that's
You're
fun.
sick. You're
I
sick.
love that for Dark Souls that it looks bad. I think that's part of. What people connect to.
You're disturbed.
But Keith, what if one of your heads was force sensitive and the other one wasn't?
That doesn't make any sense because you share a body, so you have the same amount of.
You have to share
midichlorians.
blood, and that's where the force lives in your
Where
blood.
it comes from.
Man,
We all know. Sorry, folks. Force is about blood. We all know it.
Yeah.
think of all the cool things that they cut themselves off from by doing.
Sorry, I don't know. Is that from Kylie's laugh? I can tell that was extra funny because she's seen Rise of the Skywalker and I haven't.
Wait.
Are you not there yet?
No.
No.
I just think it's funny. I wasn't laughing at anything extra. I was just laughing.
Okay.
Trust me.
I don't
There's
think the
there's nothing I could do to make Rise of Skywalker worse than it already is.
It makes some ridiculous Star Wars decisions, but it's a totally a Firekeeper soul.
It's a totally
competently made summer action blockbuster film.
Jordan,
right, but it's
how
not a
dare
summer
you.
action blockbuster film. It's
Jordan,
a Star Wars movie.
It's not though. It's not that.
So it is
either.
judged almost exclusively based on the Star Wars decisions that it makes.
Yeah, and so I get why it has the reputation that it does.
It's not.
Are you? I don't think I've
it's
ever
not a-
seen one of these. Are
It's
you
totally
a Rise of the
incoherent.
Skywalker defender?
It's totally incoherent. There's like plot threads that get dropped in the middle of the movie, and like there are characters that don't.
I haven't seen it. Jordan, convince me.
I only
Jordan
saw it
convinced
once, and I
them.
thought it was fine.
That's unhinged.
I didn't think that it was
I
like the
can't
worst
know
movie
you
I'd ever
anymore.
seen or anything.
Are you particularly a Star Wars fan, or
What is
or do you
this?
just like medium or none? Are you cold?
This is a trap. Is what this is. You think that you can jump onto it, and you can't. You
Okay.
fall in time.
Classic.
I like Star Wars fine.
So no,
Oh.
I mean, like,
that's not what anybody that likes Star Wars would say about it.
Empire Strikes Back was one of my favorite movies growing up, and I watched
Okay.
I watched
Yeah.
the original trilogy with my mom.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
so
what
you're a
I'm-
normal person and not a Star Wars fan. With those answers tell me.
Yeah, that's what
Wait.
I'm saying. I did watch a shit ton of that Clone Wars cartoon. That thing was really good.
Okay, that's fine.
But like I've never read a Star Wars book or comic book.
Right.
I played
Right.
KOTOR.
But you have like
I don't
normal
think I've
feelings
done
about the movies, like that's
Yeah.
what. And I don't. I'm not trying to devalue your Star Wars opinions at all. I'm being nice when I say you're normal.
You're trying to discern if Jordan is a Star Wars lunatic.
Right. I want to know if Star Wars sometimes makes you go crazy, and it seems like the answer is no. Yeah.
I've never
When you
gone
say
crazy because of
yeah. So like, if someone asks me how I feel about Star Wars, your answer was I like those movies fine. My answer is 9 hours long to that question. And that's
No,
good
I've-
for you
I've
that you
seen-
don't have that.
I've seen you talk about Star Wars on streams. I know what the Keith
Yeah.
Star Wars experience is.
Yeah. And I know that I've got it particularly bad, I think, but
No.
I mean, like it's
neither
equivalent
of us
as
have
if
that.
it's equivalent as if you were to ask me, Jordan, how do you feel about Girls' Generation?
Yeah, well,
You know,
I don't.
Sure.
I don't know
course.
enough about Girls' Generation. I'll be honest, my gut reaction is it's not like that at all. But
Yeah.
but I trust that you at least are saying something true.
I trust that you were at least saying something.
It's
a friend. I was briefly mentioned Girls' Generation in a Discord recently, and someone was like, "Oh, I like pop music, but I don't have any idea what y'all are talking about. Can you post some videos?" And that was the next like hour and a half of my life.
Okay,
Was,
so
walking
length
this
of
person
time wise,
through
I think
the-
you're right. I think there's like a base of knowledge that is similar there.
Yeah.
But the thing
I've never-
key to Star Wars is the deep internal and external conflict.
Yeah. How
Of
many
that.
hands that have touched that?
Yeah, Girls' Generation doesn't have
thing.
anything like that. Like
Yeah.
I've never had to think about. Well, not never, but I've never had to spend very long thinking about the
Yeah.
socioeconomic implications of the creative decisions behind.
Yeah.
one
Or
of their
like,
albums
do
or
you think
something.
you could like pretty accurately map someone's political ideas based on how normal their reaction is to the sequel
Yeah.
trilogy?
Yeah, like probably not. You know.
The sequel trilogy of Girls' Generation.
Yeah,
The three
yeah,
albums that they put out that take place out before their first three albums.
Yeah, the Girls' Generation prequel albums were always.
Sorry, no, it takes place after their first three albums, but way after their second three albums.
Don't even get me started on the subgroups.
How
Yeah,
many
Keith,
subgroups are there?
that movie will probably kill you. Like,
Here's the
probably
thing.
good
I don't
to
know.
It's too
I was
late.
talking about this the
You've-
other day.
You've had long enough to.
Like, do you know the
No.
things that happen in it, or are you
Not
still
really.
Totally, yeah.
I've heard a couple spoilers that sounded dumb, but the thing is that I've had so much experience having like totally atypical reactions to Star Wars stuff that like I'm not expecting to like it. Actually, I'm expecting to really not like it. But I am open to the and afraid of the possibility that I'll watch it and be like, actually, this was the best of these three.
I can definitely see a world, Keith, where you can like Star Wars yourself into a corner so hard that you pop through the geometry and end up like convincing yourself.
Yeah,
that these
and
movies are great.
that's what I did with the prequels, and I continue to be right about them.
And we've now technically made our way through Blighttown, though we haven't
You did
beat
it.
the boss that we need to beat. But
This is
Yeah.
the
we're
this
out
is
of it.
the,
Oh God, how
Blighttown
did
is
we
a
get here?
famously hated part of Dark Souls. I understand.
It is.
I don't know.
indeed.
I don't know if it's.
Hook a left and you'll get back to the shrine.
If you
It might have
Kylie,
been
if you were about to
hated.
disagree, would you say maybe famously feared?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it's at least infamous.
I feel
I
like
don't
people
know.
find it annoying. Hey, there's a guy there. Go talk to that guy.
He's having a hard time. He won't talk to you right now.
I think those are all that one.
No, not that guy. He's got a nice butt though.
Wow, look at that.
Who's the person?
This shot's right out of Mass Effect.
There's a hollow down there that was banging a sword on the ground. that Keith was talking about.
I didn't really I didn't like go seeking out a lot of footage of Mass Effect Andromeda when it came out. I mostly just listened to reactions on podcasts. I recently saw like a lengthy clip reel of like bad looking shots from that game. It's horrendous.
It's the faces in that game look super weird, like 98% of the time, and it's because the 2% of the time that they don't look super weird is when they're making out, and they put
Oh, they
a
fixed
bunch
the
of,
kissing. That's great.
well, they put a bunch of
Kissing
like,
into the game.
they put a bunch of extra morphs into those character faces that like don't have anything to do during just normal talking, but that spring into life whenever they have to make the characters make out.
Huh.
And so
I
it's like,
feel
why
at
do these
some
characters
point-
look like this? And then one of them kisses one of the other ones, and it's like,
There-
oh, okay, now I get it.
Well,
There's this
no, I
weird
mean,
thing that
it
happened.
goes way beyond that. It's like there's just tons of really shoddy, like practically unfinished animation in that game.
Yeah, it's a janky game, top to bottom.
Yeah, it's bad. But I feel like BioWare really needed a win because they have not had a win since Mass Effect 3 was their
Well-
last win.
Andromeda.
Yeah, what a
well,
win
I
it
think
was.
Andromeda was their first not win because that was before Anthem.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
And depending on Dragon Age Inquisition was or was not a win, depending on who you ask.
I have nothing against that game, even though I didn't like it. But like, you know, I just feel
It's
like
definitely not anywhere on the same scale of badness as Andromeda.
no, not even. Yeah, I don't think so at all. But like, yeah. So Mass Effect 3 was like deeply hated by a lot of people who are mostly wrong about it. And then, sorry, Jordan, I don't know I don't know.
No, it's good. I thought that I thought putting the thing that makes the ending make sense into one of the paid DLCs was a bad decision.
Yeah, I actually
Oh,
really,
that's
I really
it was
liked that the ending
amazing.
didn't make sense. I'm a weirdo. I get it. I actually prefer the ending that doesn't make sense to the ending that does make sense.
I mean,
By kind of a long way.
In a different game, I would agree with you, but
Wait,
Mass
Keith,
Effect is entirely
You saw the underwater
about
stuff
In Mass Effect?
in Mass
Mass
Effect 3.
The
underwater
Leviathan
stuff.
DLC.
Yeah, Jordan. I think Jordan's talking about Leviathan, which was a bunch of cut content that was like it was DLC that was content that was cut from the original game, and it was like
Okay.
literal vital story information.
So to be fair, so like
It
I am
explains
pretty
entire-
sure that I played all of the DLC to Mass Effect. I don't remember pretty much any of it.
The Leviathan explains who made the Reapers, where they are the rest of the time, why the galaxy is like the logical justification for why the galaxy is locked in this cycle of growth and then harvest. When there's like narratively, there's no good reason for there to not be
Okay,
any
so
kind of
think of it this way, though, right? The ending of Mass Effect 3 is trying to whatever it's trying to do. What it does do is put like it really minimizes Shepard as an actor in the universe in a series that extremely magnified Shepard as an actor in the universe, and it kind of it felt always to me like Shepard is like literally not even important enough in a cosmic time sense to have access to those answers. And so it's just sort of like this total shutdown of the like you're the hero making big choices and changing the universe thing that every single second of the game leading up to the ending was doing, and especially almost all of Mass Effect 3 until the very end. And I think it was just like a really jarring sort of like almost like a wake up call of like you're nothing. You're not anything. You're just some guy. You're dead now. Bye.
I agree that's a really interesting way to turn the entire thing on its head at the very end like that. That's a really interesting way of looking at it that I hadn't fully considered.
I totally get why people don't like it. What I don't get is how it became like this gigantic games flashpoint.
Well, it was right place, right time for a bunch of angry people on Reddit is what it was. Of just like a bunch of like it was the kickoff for games entitlement that would a lot of that energy would get spiraled into Gamergate eventually.
Yeah. But then that was a huge game, right? Like regardless of that.
Yeah,
of the
totally.
fallout of that.
I think my issue with the stock end for Mass Effect 3 is that even if you want to do the thing where what
This ring boosts HP, stamina, and load. Breaks when removed.
Oh, that's the best ring in the game.
Cool.
So you won't ever want to take it off. Anyway, yeah. Did you kill that guy who was there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because he kills your firekeeper if you don't do
Yeah,
that.
I know.
My issue with the ending isn't that like making Shepard think, okay, well, actually you are insignificant, which I don't know if I totally agree with that, because you still do make the one big decision that matters.
Yeah.
Or doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Well, I
so
think
you
there's
make a
sort of
big
like a
choice.
metatextual thing of like even though you're making this one big decision, one of the big criticisms of it was that it was kind of all the same. Like the joke at the time was
Yeah,
like
I
you picked
think-
which color you got, and
Right.
I think whether or not like the text was saying a lot of different stuff about what was technically happening, I think that the vibe that people were getting was accurate, which is that these all sort of feel the same, almost like afterthoughts, and regardless of how much of it is in the text, I think that's the feeling that it gives off, and I think that's a really interesting feeling and not totally worthless.
Yeah,
No, I agree.
remember the backlash to the ending of Mass Effect 3 more being about like they had just done so much lip service about how your story was going to be tailored to you, and that the ending was going to be defined by your character. And at some point they were like literally said stuff like it won't be an ABC choice, it'll be like more
Yeah, it was
nuanced than
definitely-
that. And then
it was
literally it
usually a
was like an
messaging
ABC
problem.
choice, and and A, B, and C all felt really similar.
Yeah, it was like this. That is like a sort of joyful middle finger to me.
I know,
don't
yeah,
know.
I do kind of get it, but like
Yeah,
And, like, how much of that was a
I
disconnection
definitely
between-
do appreciate the viewpoint of like taking a series that's all about choice and then taking the choice away at the end. But like, I mean, they really did do a lot of specific lip service about like
Yeah.
that's not what we're doing.
They did.
Jordan,
And
what
how
were you
much of
gonna
that? Well, one, how much of that is like EA marketing deciding to do something different than what
yeah.
BioWare would have
Yeah.
done themselves, right?
that's a great point. Yeah,
But the disconnect for me with the ending isn't so much that it does do this sort of like it turns off the relevance of all your previous decisions. Like that doesn't
Yeah.
really bother me all that much. What bothered me is just that it did it in such a vague, kind of incoherent way, when the rest of like Mass Effect is not a game about vagueness.
no,
That universe is hugely specific and very accurate and takes a lot of time to explain to you exactly how everything works.
yeah,
And then when you get to the end of this child that you've been hallucinating is actually something called the catalyst, and they don't really talk about what that is or means or where it came from or why it has the power to make this decision or give you the ability to make this
that
decision.
stuff.
Well,
Like,
it's
none
the
of that
Matrix
stuff
2,
is
right? It's just or wait, which one ends with
3.
Neo going in and seeing himself on all the video screens?
2.
Two.
Yeah.
It's the Animatrix 2.
It's the end of Matrix 2. He gets to the architect, right?
The architect, right?
Yeah.
So
and
the
so it's-
catalyst is the architect there going like,
It is functionally,
Yeah.
but in the Matrix, we had a framework of why that person would exist.
Well,
Why
the
there
thing
would
was,
be-
I
why
always
there would
felt
be an artificial intelligence in charge of creation, versus in Mass Effect, like when you get there, it's like, okay, well, who built this space station? How is this creature program, whatever it is, empowered to enact this change? Like none of that stuff is even halfway addressed unless you give them $15 for the Leviathan DLC that like really explicitly goes in and has all that explanation for it. And like all that stuff would have been in the game had it not been on the like
Yeah.
super short development cycle that it was on.
so with my memory of pretty much ending at the original end of Mass Effect 3. I don't remember almost anything after that, even though I did play it all. I just sort of felt like they were like, I'm here, the Reapers. I'm like the avatar of the Reapers, giving you your choice. Is that
No,
not what?
it's explicitly a third party. that
Is
is
it-
neither
Oh, okay.
that is neither from
But they
any
make
of
that
the
up
Citadel.
at later, right?
Well, no, like that's the vague implication at the time, is that the
Okay.
catalyst is you've done such a good job that humanity has finally built the Crucible, right? Which is the super weapon that
Ugh,
you've
oh, that was
been
so
doing your
dumb.
galactic readiness for that whole time.
Right.
And what the Crucible is it activates the catalyst, who gives you the choice to break the cycle in one of three ways. And I won't spoil what's the like actual reasoning, but like the actual justification behind all that stuff is, because that game just came out again.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fair.
But it makes way much more sense and is way more coherent and way more interesting once you have all the context from the Leviathan DLC. It's like some of the most interesting sci-fi that universe does is the like genuinely fascinating explanations for where the Reapers even came from in the first place, and why the galaxy is locked in this cycle and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's
Why are we talking about
that's a good-
BioWare? Oh, just that they made a bunch of bad games in a row,
yeah. That's how we got.
and
there.
then now these bad remakes are out. I mean, I don't know how bad they really are, but
They seem fine.
I assume that they are mostly just Mass Effect, but maybe they look weirder,
It's
like
it's the
better in
first,
some ways and worse in a lot of weird, confusing ways.
The first game is the one that got the most work done to it.
Yeah.
From what I understand, but even that one is still not all that different.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not gonna play through all 100 hours of those 300 hours of those games again or whatever.
I felt like were they that long? I guess
They
Mass
were-
Effect
I
1 was
think
probably
I-
the longest.
They're
right?
not like super long, but they're not short either.
I bet they're 50 hours each.
My Mass Effect 1 save was like 80 hours, but I did every single
Whoa.
thing you could do in that game.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Mass Effect 2 and 3 were shorter, I think.
Yeah.
They
God,
had
Mass
a
Effect
lot
1
less
was so
time
good.
to make
Shout out
those
to Mass
games.
Effect 1.
Eh.
Underappreciated.
I was just sad that I didn't know this until much later, but there's no gay romance option for Tali. You have to be male Chep in order to have that
Yeah,
relationship.
I didn't know that until
and,
3,
like-
I think.
No, ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
And like
Okay.
I could never get Tali to love me, and I always thought it was my
Yeah.
my
Jordan?
Hey, sorry, Jordan. Some people are straight.
Jordan, it rocks over here. I was hetero with Tali, and it was great. We loved it.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
No, actually, I mean,
so here's-
but genuinely though, like Tali was the love interest that I picked in that one. I was really happy with that. I love Tali. She's great.
Yeah, she's great.
Uh,
Keith, you were gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say there's just like this weird thing that happened. I think with BioWare. This was going back. Oh, I now remember why I brought up how many failures in a row BioWare has had for me, at least. And it was because Jordan, you were talking about the mouth animations
Oh,
for
right.
kissing, and I was thinking about how like BioWare came out and they did this thing. They were like, hey, we asked people, and like everyone agrees that their favorite parts of BioWare games are the romances, even if they don't admit
Oh.
it. Even people who wouldn't admit that say that their like anonymously will say that their favorite
Right,
things
yeah.
are the romances in the games. And this is maybe just my perspective as someone who basically doesn't give a shit about any of them almost ever. Not just in BioWare games, but almost maybe especially in BioWare games. I've always really felt that they do such a great job with the characters, but all of the romance stuff falls really flat for me because of how sort of fundamentally transactional it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
and-
a huge problem. I don't know if they got better about that with Dragon Age Inquisition. 'Cause I didn't play that
Maybe.
one. But
I'm
in
gonna
the
say
Mass Effect
no.
game-
I
Yeah.
did play 30 hours of it, and I'm gonna say no.
Yeah,
that they
that's-
didn't.
30 hours seems like enough to know.
Yeah. So
because that's how Mass Effect is, right? It's like I'm going to it's not about like finding the person who you inherently have a connection with,
Yeah,
or like
and
have
you can
some kind of
always
rapport
just-
with.
You can always just do it.
Yeah.
You can always just romance whoever you want as long as it's in the game. And I guess
I think, I mean, like,
don't
I
know.
think technically is there ever like an opportunity? I think there are certain opportunities for you to like lock yourself off from certain ones, but it's like
Yeah, you can
rare.
definitely. Yeah,
It's-
there
it's-
are definitely instances where you can say the wrong thing and then it fucks up. But
Yeah.
it is transactional, like you said, Keith.
Yeah.
As long as I say the right thing, you'll have sex with me.
Right.
Yeah, and
Which is,
and so
like, not
that's
a
like
good thing
one
to
of the
teach
big
people.
things about it. I think there's a lot. I think just like the general writing, sort of doesn't hit for me. And then I feel like a lot of times it just feels out of place in this game that's about so many other things that there's like this slowdown for almost only romances. Like there's never anything
There's
casual.
slowdown for a lot of
and
stuff.
There's I don't think so. There's like
Oh, you're
there's,
right,
like,
there's-
side quests.
Yeah, there's a lot of side quests.
So it's like, here's what you can do. Here's what you can do with your friends. You can either like go on a quest and like kill a bunch of people for them, or sleep with them. And there's so like,
Well,
there's-
it's like, crucially, a lot of the time you have to do the first part before you can do the
right,
second
yeah,
part.
yeah.
You have to go kill a bunch of people for them, and then they'll.
And so this isn't really about what I don't like about them. It's more about that, like, I think that they really took to heart whatever poll they took that let them know how much people like the romance stuff in those games, and then have like built so much of their brand identity around that thing, and then have like totally failed to make a fun game sense, and it's sort of like, hey, sorry, it turned out we were wrong. The romance stuff is not the most important thing to us. The whole rest of the game has to be fun for us to want to do the romance parts.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Well,
just my
I mean, that
sort
was
of like
Anthem, right? Like,
harebrained theory.
I mean, like, Andromeda was real flimsy and like someone's like Mass
Well,
Effect romance fanfic, basically, and that didn't play. And then Anthem didn't have any romance; it was all video game, and then that didn't play either.
Well, I mean, also problems with Andromeda were like it was massively underfunded and understaffed.
Definitely.
Like,
yeah, there were a huge amount.
like
of
they were
technical
trying to do like a small team, small budget, like almost in like seemingly with the attitude of like, well, we've made a Mass Effect game before, how hard could it be to make another one? But then also they did a total engine change.
Yeah,
it was
when EA forced them to go to Frostbite.
It was
Is that
another
right?
another example of them forcing a team to use Frostbite. EA was so dead
wow.
set. EA was so dead set on saving money on engine costs by using Frostbite for everything that they like tanked their entire portfolio for like the better part of a decade because like it was never good.
EA has been so bad for so long now that like it used to be this like annoying sort of quirk of the like video game community that EA was constantly winning like worst company.
Well, worst company in the world is a stretch.
Yeah, worst company in the world polls. And it for a long time it was like, oh come on, there's so many bad companies in the world, like that do so many awful things, and it's like you're really gonna just vote for a video game company because you don't like their video game practices. And it's like it has now totally shifted into like we're in a worse world where companies are doing even worse things, and I still am kind of like, but I do get the EA thing though.
For sure.
Yeah. Like
For
just
sure.
thinking
They're
about
really
I don't
bad.
mean to actually bring it back
Well-
to Star Wars, but just thinking about how like what they did to their Star Wars portfolio is it's almost the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard
Well,
come out of a company
Keith,
that makes that much money.
You know what the difference I think is between now and when people were voting for EA as like the worst company in the world?
Loot boxes.
Is that, well, I mean, loot boxes, but also just the fact that like EA has done literally nothing but make mistakes almost and like financial losses since then. You know,
Yeah.
like when people were being like EA is the worst company ever was like kind of during a time when they were trying to be less awful. And like
Yeah, they were putting out games that people actually wanted to play during that time.
Yeah, and just like since then, yeah, it's just been nothing but bad stuff for years and years. So now they do look really bad.
Yeah.
I saw
Anyway,
that.
just make a. You know what game is still going strong? The Old Republic MMO.
I
Yeah.
saw somebody on my Discord friends list playing the Old Republic the other day, and almost when I messaged them, like, really? Tell me about it.
People actually really like a lot of the stuff they've put out for that over the last few years.
That's good.
I haven't played it, but I have heard really good things about it. It's all non-canonical, though.
So they can just
Oh,
do
no.
whatever.
Yeah, because it started pre Disney buyout, like pretty immediately. So it's like this weird relic of Star Wars Legends.
Now, is Legends like dead, or will anyone
Oh.
ever be able to write a new Legends novel?
Oh no, you totally can, yeah.
Oh.
They come out, comics do them. There's like comics that are doing them. I'm like pretty sure that that's true. There's like Legends comics, where they like specifically pick like a lot of it is like old, like I want to call it Old Republic era, but I don't know if that is like an official canon term right now, but they'll like pick someone from. They'll like write something about Exar Kun and then say this is a legend. This is a Star Wars legend. I said Exar Kun, but no one's ever done anything about Exar Kun because I don't know. I don't know why. It's the best. He's the best. He is the best that the EU has to offer almost. So get on it.
The European Union's own Rex Darkoon. What'd you say?
Exar Kun.
Exar Kun.
Yeah. Exar Kun was a Jedi historian who went out to study Sith artifacts, and it turned him into a Sith. And he enslaved the Mandalorians and waged a war against the Republic.
Interesting.
A few hundred years before the Mandalorian Wars of the KOTOR era. It was actually the comic about Exar Kun and his former Jedi... Sorry, Sith apprentice, also former Jedi, not related when they were Jedi. Eula Keldroma was a comic series from the 90s called
Zex and Eula, the Legendary Journeys.
No, I can't remember what it's called, but Tales of the Jedi is what it's called, and
Zex Appeal.
it was the inspiration for the Knights of the Old Republic games.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so they took like a lot of stuff
Oh.
from those comics and sort of incorporated them in,
Cool.
which is why there's a Mandalorian War in both of them.
Y'all, I have bad news.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
I have to go to bed.
That's not bad news. That's fine news.
Good night.
It's 3:20 in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually
It's
4:20 in the
actually
morning.
4:20, and that's why I
Yeah,
just
so
smoked
get a
up.
grip. You're so tired, you're hallucinating what time it is.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your shit together, Jordan.
Kylie, are we canceling snooze button or are we just doing snooze button right now?
It's the
What's going
snooze
on?
button.
Is this-
I don't
What are we
know.
doing?
I thought it was the first day of Tri Month.
No, it's not.
No?
Well, I mean, just because I'm canceling snooze button doesn't
Oh
mean.
shit! It's June now, huh?
Yeah, it's June right now.
God.
Doesn't mean I won't stream later.
Oh.
Also,
This being snooze button feels like the run button decision to me.
It's in the morning.
and we did talk about Star Wars, so
What
if we just cut out-
going? I have to go to bed.
bye, Jordan. That was special guest,
Bye, Jordan. Thank you.
special
for
guest
crashing.
Jordan Mallory.
Thank you. Go
Thank
to
you for
Podcast
coming.
Net. Go to podcastnet.work and listen to all the great shows on the Fanbyte Podcast Network so I can keep my job.
Do you have one? Do you pick one? Which one?
The K-hole.
Got it. People listen to the K-hole.
Are you on it?
I produce it. I'm not on it.
Which
I'm not
one
on
are you?
any
Are
of
you
our
on
shows.
any?
Oh wow.
No, I'm
Is it
not
because
on
they
any
don't
of
want
You're
you
not
on
on
them?
any of them.
They make you edit it, but they don't let you be on it.
What?
It's easier. It's better. It's easier and better to edit when I'm not on it because I can pay attention to what's happening during the recording instead of like being an engaging host and guest.
I've
which
never
means
found that
like,
to be the case.
Wow. Unleash Jordan.
It's
Hashtag
no.
free
What it is
Jordan.
that Jordan doesn't want to. Jordan just doesn't want to let people know that you don't actually have to watch anything. When nothing ever weird happens during a podcast, you just start talking, and then when it's over, you finish,
over.
and no one ever has to change anything.
Yeah, I just secretly can't have anybody find out how easy my job is.
Yeah. Well, the editing part that's real, but the
Yeah.
producing part that's fake. That's a fake
Right.
job.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's
No.
that's the podcast world's dirty little secret.
No,
whenever
Keith.
whenever a big show you listen to Earwolf shows and they got a producer there, that's a fake job. I don't know how people convinced.
Look, it's a good gig, and you don't want to screw it up once you got it. You know.
No,
Yeah.
look, here's the thing though, is that that role though for what we do for a let's play would be invaluable because then they could go like, oh, the game sound is too loud, this cutscene's loud, this cutscene's quiet.
Yeah.
The chat didn't notice that the game audio is silent. Keith,
Yeah.
on my first Dark Souls stream, the first 2.5 hours of this playthrough, I was streaming. It was admittedly like 10 or fewer people. It wasn't a ton of people, but the chat was interacting with me. I asked them 3 times, clearly asked them to let me know if the volume was. I said, please let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, or good. Please let me know. No one said anything. It was completely silent. There's no game audio for 2.5 hours.
But we know from experience, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You cannot trust those people.
Well, they just don't care. Like, apparently, I think I love the idea that someone's like, well, I'm not gonna tell them that there's no game audio because I don't want there to be.
Right? No, that's
It's
not. I
an
don't think
act
that's
of
what they're doing. I
sabotage.
think that they're just going. They're just going. I think there's two kinds of people. There's people that'll be like, ask someone else to say it, and then there's people that are like, I literally don't understand the question.
Yeah. What do you
Sorry
mean
for
it
telling
sounds
people that your
good?
job's fake, Jordan. Obviously, it's not, and obviously, you do a great job.
Thank you.
People go listen to. Pick another one. Do the K-hole and pick one other one to listen to.
99 potions.
I meant
Goes-
them. I mean, that's fine that you did that, but I meant that they should themselves.
Oh,
do
they
this.
should pick another one.
Yeah, they should take your recommendation and then pick one at random. But actually, no, take 2 recommendations. And I won't tell anybody else at Fanbyte because I don't talk to anybody else that's there that you didn't pick their podcast. That you only picked those 2.
Thank you. Yeah, there's it's a highly competitive and hateful enviorment. Where
Yeah,
we're all
I mean, there's
constantly vying to-
9,000 podcasts there.
We do, yeah, we do have over. I almost said over 9,000.
Yeah, I said 9,000
Well,
as a
do you
reflex.
have
not
over
as a bit.
9,000?
No,
Oh.
we don't.
How many
Sorry.
is it off the top of your head?
Oh God, it's like 10.
How
like
many
8 or
do you
10.
edit?
I edit 4, sometimes 5, depending on the week.
Okay,
So I have a show every day, more or less.
okay, that's half.
Yeah. It used to be all of them until we hired Paul, our other producer. I used to edit 8 or 10 episodes of podcast episodes per
When
week.
did you hire Paul?
We hired Paul at the beginning of the year.
Oh, okay. Congratulations, Paul.
Yeah, Paul's been kicking ass.
Thank you,
It's great.
Paul. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for taking work off of Jordan.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. He is genuinely indispensable. Okay, but it was good to talk to y'all.
Yeah, go to
I'd
bed.
talk to y'all in a
Thank you.
minute.
Bye. Oh no, that's Courtney's music. That's Courtney's intro music.
Are you inviting Courtney? Is that what's happening?
No. It was just like the last time this happened was when you joined.
That was a fun bit, right?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. I feel like I've elevated this stream.
Absolutely. I mean, I was gonna say that's the funny part is like, if you had known what this stream was like before Jordan got here, you wouldn't have been like, I should jump on. You would have been like, stop doing this.